You know, it's amazing that we live in 2021 and we're still talking about this. Like, seriously? Let's go. What is up? This your boy Roger the Rager, and I was on Facebook, and as usual, I'm a little late with the news, but anyway, I was scrolling through my feed, and I seen a article that caught my attention. Apparently on GameSpot's website, we got a article saying that video games like GTA 5 admit rise in carjackings. Yeah, that is right. And apparently, lawmakers, including the mayor himself in Chicago, is trying to ban the sale of violent video games. Just let that sink in for a second. Just let it sink in before I get into this, and start, sharing my piece or whatever. Well, let's just get into it. It's a mouthful, and yeah. A lawmaker in Chicago has put forth a new bill that seeks to ban the sale or rental of violent video games completely. This bill, HB 3531, seeks to amend the violent video games laws in the state of Illinois' criminal code of 2012 to make it much more extreme. They're calling. Wow. If you're an adult, you purchasing a violent rated M video game, right? That it's just ridiculous. Let me move on. I mean, the code currently states that the violent video games cannot be sold or rented to minors. Okay, fair. But the new bill seeks to ban the sales of video games to everyone. Additionally, the bill seeks to change the definition of violent video games in the following: a video game that allows, end quote, a video game that allows a user or player to control a character within the video game that is encouraged to perpetuate perpetrate a human on human violence in which the player kills or otherwise causes serious physical or psychological harm to another human or animal. It goes on to say the bill also wants to change the definition or serious physical harm to include psychological harm and child abuse. There's no child abuse in Grand Theft Auto. Like, what? All right, sexual abuse, animal abuse. There's no sexual abuse. Animal abuse, yeah, that's up to you. Domestic violence. There's no domestic violence in that game. I don't. No. Violence against women, like I said, it's your choice. Or motor theft, well, it's in the name. Within a driver or passenger present inside the vehicle when the theft begins. The bill was introduced this week into the 102nd General Assembly by the Illinois State Representative Marcus C. Evans, a Democrat who represents part of it and the surrounding suburbs. Okay, I think I'm not gonna read any further. I think you get the idea. So, okay. Never mind the fact that this is only to be sold to adults. Never mind the fact that carjackings have been a thing since Mary had a little lamb. Okay, probably. Never mind the fact that there's worldwide data that completely thrashes this logic all together, gears of data. But let's not focus on the bigger issue here. All right, let's find solutions for the bigger issue here. Let's just sit here and use a video. Let's just use video games as a scapegoat typically. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Even though this is my first YouTube video discussing this is not the first time I've actually discussed this throughout the years. And every time I hear about this, I know it's totally rare, okay, but doesn't make it okay. Every freaking time, and all the data we got, and all the data, all the facts throughout the years, and you still got people trying to push laws like these. Yeah, and to make it worse, you're trying to push this law in Chicago. I mean, as if Chicago was never, like I said, never freaking safe to be. Chicago has always been a tough city. I mean, ironically, I'm wearing a Bulls cap. I'm, from New York, but still, it's always been a tough freaking city, man. Always. Always. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, and carjackings. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Carjackings have been around before cars when there was carriages, all right? What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Let's see. What games did freaking the gunslingers in the Wild West play when they was freaking sticking up coaches, all right? Back then. I mean, I didn't get that from Audio 2, but I know that shit occurred because it was a terrible time back then. Or, what did the guys do with the actual cars in 1920s? What video games did they play back then? What? Mafia 1? I know that takes place in the 30s, but you get what I mean. And come on, crime. I mean, crime. You look at it. You look at youth crimes in the sale of video games. Okay, crime is actually going down, and the sales are actually going up. Who knows? They might be good for them. And when you look at other countries such as freaking Japan and the Netherlands, and well, other countries that play more video games and do more things, I mean, not do more things, watch violent movies, their crimes are low. It's another there's other solutions that they should be implementing, but they're not. They're just using this as a scapegoat so they don't have to do any real work. All right, and I know there are some people, well, kids that shouldn't be playing violent video games, and that's another thing. If you feel your kid, look, should not be playing Grand Theft Auto or whatever, there's only one way those kids could get it, right? There's only one way. Because state laws say you gotta be I mean, not just in this state, mostly every other state, you gotta be an adult to purchase a rated M game. It's just like buying a rated R game. So, and there's actually strong policing within it. So if you try to go up online, they're gonna ask you how old you are. Now I know you could lie about your age, but then again, it all falls under the parent because they should be monitoring what their kids are doing online. Okay? It's just that simple. And yeah, I mean, I know you guys might be saying, well, I can't yeah, where are they getting the money from? And some people might argue, oh, what if they go to their houses and play with their friends? Okay, again, whose house is that? The kids does not own the house. The kids don't buy the video games. It's the parents. And my whole point of the matter is take responsibility for what your kids are viewing, all right, and monitor what they're watching. And lawmakers make more effective solutions so you could actually see a decrease in crime. Not use something like this as a scapegoat because you don't want to do no actual work. I know I sound like a broken record speaking over and over, but it's facts, all right? God, don't blame these guys for sitting here making a profit selling stuff to adults. You don't get come on, man. You don't get on freaking movies for this. So what makes this so different, right? Prove it. What? Well, anyway, I'm gonna head out. Got a lot of editing to do, but yeah. That really got me a little vexed. But, well, I mean, I don't know if vax is the right word. But yeah, just keep raging out, and I'll see you on the next stream.